we are recording, although it's not going to be live. So we ended the last session with you having cleared the remainder of the basement level and the top level of this dwarven fortress of Krazak-Tur. And I am going to show you all the loot that you got in case you had forgotten. So you should have that on your screens now.
Right. And if you scroll down, there's words about it.
Yes. Yeah, you have to either scroll down or drag the thing so that it expands.
Okay. Wow.
So that was a bunch of stuff that will probably take people using various skills in that a little while to figure out what's in there. I do know quite a few of you are down both ISP and magic points. A couple of people have been wounded. But what are you wanting to do now?
Guys, can I take the frog or toad skeleton? Does anybody mind?
Nope.
Go for it.
It's maybe 1/4 of the beeswax. It's a pound. Can I take 1/4 of that?
Sure.
Okay.
Except for a share of the money, there is nothing there that I would like. I would like the signet ring because the merchant that I was with at the caravan at the very beginning of the adventure, the orc took the signet ring off of the merchant and said Rasnor will like. And for me to get in good with the Merchants Guild, I need to return that ring.
That seems reasonable. And, I mean, as far as the rest of this coin, I mean, it does seem that most of it likely belongs to these dwarven refugees. So we should probably make sure that it gets to the rightful owners.
Oh,
Except
right.
for our contract says that it's ours.
That
I
was
didn't quite catch that.
that was part of the agreement that, you know, except for maybe any specific dwarven goods, part of our share of liberating the keep was what we found.
So if you wish to give away your portion to the refugees, I'm all in favor of it.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, many of these are dwarven coins, are they not?
If you're not mistaken, they're what?
Dwarven coinage.
You are mistaken because it's the contract that we made stated that specified dwarven item, which would include anything they specified, not generic dwarven coin.
Well, I'll leave that up to those who negotiated the contract, I suppose.
We'll turn it over to the barristers when we get back, right? I pull out the signet ring because I did pull it off of Rasnor. I have no issue with you taking this to turn it into the merchants.
And I thank you very much.
Well, shall we rest here for the evening and then head off first thing in the morning?
Shall we
We're heading
set
up first thing in the
watches?
morning.
Shall we set watches at the front room?
I suppose you could set a watch at the front room, but we need to start hauling all this stuff up to the cart.
Yeah.
Right. We need to prepare the cart so that when morning comes, we can leave more easily.
Yep.
Yes, leaving first thing in the morning means there's lots of work to do. Get ready for that.
Yes.
So yeah, Bodil
Okay.
helps with lifting, carrying, hauling, and then she falls, she curls up in a little ball of, well, a big ball of bear fur and, falls asleep and starts snoring, right before that. Wake me if it's my turn to watch.
With the other goods, we have 2 large books filled with symbols and drawings, and we have the Book of Diamonds and Pearls. Is there a particular person that maybe we should try and get those to? I think most of the powders and liquids probably go with the books and drawings because it appears that Rasnor was the kind of person that uses symbols in their magic.
So my town is a small town. There is not many people that would use that, but there is that wizard tower that showed up. Perhaps he might have interest.
Well, either that or take it back to the larger town that some of us came from.
Right, and that is something that some of us might need to discuss because, I mean, this is my hometown and we've pretty much remedied the problems that I have with it. So I don't know if I'll be continuing my journey with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Well, once we get back to your town, and I would imagine the wizard tower might appear because don't we need to get the other half of our bargain?
Well, some of us need to get the full share, but yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't been paid anything, but as long as I have a full, that's it.
Okay.
And having said that, I did forget last session, or even actually a few sessions ago, that those of you who did gain the half of the payment, you felt a weight lift off of your shoulders.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to need the Book of Diamonds and Pearls. I've got someone I need to take that back to.
What is the value of the Book of Diamonds and Pearls?
It has no value listed.
Well, anybody have a skill to check that out?
Is that the one filled with
Sorry.
It's not the one filled with symbols and stuff.
No, it's not.
Is it just a novel?
I have not looked in the book.
So who wants to look at that specific book?
Well, I will take a look. Do we need any particular skills?
The ability to read?
So you look at it, and it seems to be a book on plants, but it's all wrong. Like pictures are wrong, words are wrong, associated with the picture. Like there will be a picture of a dandelion, and next to it will say red rose. It's like completely wrong.
Plants, you say? Let me have a look at that.
So,
I know something about plants.
any way for me to place a value on it?
And unless you're either using it as a gagged gift or are trying to fool somebody, pretty much useless.
Sell it to somebody who can barely read, and then they learn all the plants wrong.
Lehman,
Yes.
I am going to use Sense Magic and,
Okay.
look at the book.
And look at the book. It does not appear to be magical. And Jenny, you also look at the books and kind of get the same assessment that Decimus had. This book is just every little thing it has in it is a wrong description, a wrong name associated with a picture.
Look, give me a quill and some ink, and I'll just fix this right up.
Is it possible that there's some sort of a code, some such hidden messages within such a? It seems to look like nonsense.
Don't know why anyone would insult botany by making it into a code.
I'm just saying it's. I mean, the quality of the production, the writing and the drawings and such. It seems quite a lot of effort to go through to make so many errors.
Yes, so it's probably quite valuable to one person. And
Yes.
Maybe it's an apprentice work or
useless for most
something.
of the world. So I have no objection to him taking the book.
Yes, it's worthless. Whoever wanted it should take it.
Yep.
Yes. If you're not going to let me fix it.
Yeah.
I think that would ruin its purpose. And Cassius would be shortchanged if you fixed the errors.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not opposed. I mean,
Yeah.
was this stolen from somebody you know and given?
Yes. Yes.
Well, if you'd have led with that, it would have been easier to make the decision without looking at it.
So the current day is August 28th, which is a Sunday.
Thank you. It's my birthday, but not really.
Mhm. Are we nearly twins?
August 28th, my birthday.
Mine's the 26th.
You and my friend Joe Sandstone have the same birthday. I won't tease you like I tease him because I call him old because he will always be older than me.
He will not always be older.
That's
I
true.
don't know how old you are, so I don't know if I'm older than you.
That is true too.
Once he goes in the dirt, you can catch up.
There you go.
He's older because I'm older.
Okay.
All
I
right,
hear
so
about
anybody else planning something?
Well, that's settled then.
I mean, none of these things hold any real value for me, other than the value that maybe they'd let me rebuild my. Oh, perhaps instead of sheep, I'll start a church to Jess in town.
So, are there any other items of
Ooh.
potential magic in the pile? Sir Thief? Madam Thief? No answer?
I didn't hear everything you said. Will you say it again?
I said, is there anything else in the pile that has potential magic?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Sorry.
That's why I asked our thief what they have to say. They were checking before for magic.
Wait, there's a thief?
Teeth. Someone with lots and lots of teeth.
Ah, very good, very good. Carry on.
Lots of teeth, but I don't know anything about magic.
How long does let's see.
Come on,
And out of
Krazak.
my brigands.
Yeah, I might have a look at some of the powders and liquids to see if I can figure out what they are.
Okay.
But
So to let James know, sometimes if it's something that I just think should be obvious for whatever that person's occupation is,
Mhm.
like Jenny's character Bodil is a ranger, she should know plants and stuff. So instead of rolling against something and having her just fail on something she should be an expert at, if it's not special in any case. It's a yes, you figure it out. So that's why sometimes I roll and sometimes I don't.
Makes sense.
Fair.
So
Well,
are we- Does my magic sense pick up any other magical from the pile of goods?
No, actually, nothing nothing has that magical aura around it.
Okay.
they have something coming.
There appears to be nothing else magical here.
And that, James, is why Palladium is brutal.
Sorry.
And that's also why sometimes I will just say you succeed, because so I guess I'll say you've been able to prepare a spot or places to stay. I just pulled you down to this front room. I don't expect that you're actually going to stay with all the big pile of nasty, stinky corpses.
But they're squishy and soft like pillow beds.
That leak fluids. But
And they're getting squishier and softer as they go.
It's like a
After-
waterbed now.
Make it sound so appealing.
removing that, I believe it was an ogre, you can, maneuver the wagon and load it up with the chests of various things. And would it be all right to say that some of you are probably looking through what's there to determine what it might be, because there are various bottles stoppered and other things to kind of do a closer look about things?
Was
Yes.
that in that side chamber?
Sounds good.
So the various a lot of the various liquids are like paint. The red, the yellow, and blue liquids are paints that can be used for either things that deal with symbology. The powdered metals are actually powdered gold and silver.
Okay.
That Crandor would kind of know that they sometimes might also deal with symbology. Let's see. The red liquid looks like some type of blood that isn't congealing.
Ooh.
The white powder is it's basically rabbit skin that has been, part of it's been crystallized, and you can mix it with water and make a glue.
Okay.
Meat.
There's the clear block is a wax. Then there's that silver powder, gold powder. The liquid metal is probably quicksilver. Beeswax. There was a bag of obviously sawdust. And yeah, like I said, the white powder is a rabbit skin glue.
Yeah, it's not the plan.
And then there, like it says, the two large books. It looks like one is dealing with symbols and wards, and the other one is dealing with circles. Possibly enough information in there that if somebody wanted to, they might be able to have the information for another occupation if they wanted to go into that occupation.
That was the Diabolus occupation, right?
It's a Diabolus summoner, and once we convert, it's going to be called the Symbologist. I basically am taking those two and combining them because the summoner is actually, in my opinion, redundant. The Diabolus does everything a summoner can do, except they just don't start off with all the protection and summoning circles. But even the most simple protection circle will protect you. Has a chance of keeping anybody out of it that you don't win. So it doesn't seem enough.
So then the Symbologist can do wards, because that was a question I was going to ask you about the other.
Yes, the new Symbologist will be able to, they'll know how to do wards and symbols and that type of thing, and then every level they will gain either a protection or a summoning circle, and then they can learn summoning circles and protection and power circles. So that's how that's going to.
All right.
And I need to look at one. Whoops, well, one more. I think this person has the skill. And the way that James, the way that this is set up, if a player rolls the dice, then they will see it, and whoever is a game master will see it.
Yep.
And if I, as the game master, open their character up and roll the die, only I see it.
Right.
It's sneaky like that.
In
Yes.
Foundry, there are 4 different.
Well, that way we don't know we failed the check. Or that we tried.
So let me look at this skill, and please, if you're looking at a character sheet, don't switch back because I'm just trying to.
Okay. So in Foundry, you can roll publicly. You can whisper to. I think you can. There are 4 different ways to roll, and I can't remember what one of them is. But one is you and the game master can see it. One, you roll, but only the game master can see it. Then there's the public, and I can't remember the other one.
Okay.
Oh, it's a personal roll. Only you see it, not even the game master.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're just rolling for yourself.
So it's similar. Just I think you choose that one in the chat to make it easy. This one you have to, like, this character sheet is lucky that it has a button to do that. Otherwise, you have to either make a macro or type it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I have Foundry open on the side. So public roll, private GM, blind GM, and self roll.
Okay.
And yeah, you're right. By default, in Foundry itself, it's in the chat. In some game systems, they include it in their roll dialogues.
Okay.
So roll for yourself, is that when you flip a coin to see what your action's going to be?
I'm just going to check. Of course, I'm the GM set up in the other one, so.
Decimus, as things are kind of being, looked at, you look at those diamonds again, and they look like really good fakes.
That might have needed to be whispered to Decimus.
I guess so. Unless he tried to sell one of them to you.
Well, that's what I mean is like, okay, let's split up the share. Well, why don't you just take the diamonds? It's a lot lighter, easier to carry.
I guess I should have did that. I wasn't thinking I was giving all that information out loud.
Too much credit for how honest we are.
I know we're entirely honest.
So I will go ahead and say this because a question was whispered to me, but it will affect anybody. In the new rules, the actual stances of ranged weapons is what it will have the rate of fire, not the individual items. So, like a ranged general will have a rate of fire, not sling. So that's how those work.
Could you say that again?
The actual ranged combat skills, like ranged combat general, ranged combat archery, ranged combat, I think ranger and longbowman, those are what has the rate of fire, not
Okay.
the individual weapons. So
That's-
all stances will work the same and all weapon proficiencies will work the same, instead of the ones working a certain way and other ones replacing parts of it.
Okay. So at level 1, if you're not an archer, longbowman, or ranger, it falls under ranged general, and it's 1 attack per round.
Right. The actual weapon proficiency itself will give you the bonus to hit,
Okay, so
as well as targeting being able to apply to that.
if I'm level 3 right now, my ranged combat is level 3. Is that correct?
You would have to when we switch over, if people want to switch skills, they can, but you'll have to get separately unless it's an OCC skill or occupational skill, you'll have to get each one of those stances individually. Otherwise, you just get one attack in that stance, one action.
I thought that he was good.
I'm not sure I'm exactly following on that.
So,
Well, that's probably something we should probably cover when we get.
yeah, I still am in the process of writing the actual combat part
Okay.
of it. So hopefully that makes it more clear. But basically, everything will work like or similar to how the hand-to-hand stance works now. The hand-to-hand stance will give you general modifiers that apply to everything, and the specific weapon proficiencies will apply to those specific weapons.
Okay.
So, I want to say in the morning, then everybody would gain 20 either magic points or ISP.
How many?
20.
Okay.
20.
20. Okay.
Up to your maximum. And was there mystical healing going to be done or natural
Yeah.
healing?
I can't heal myself though, so only natural healing for me.
Okay.
I would use my healing abilities on everybody else, but I can't heal myself.
Tony?
Okay, so everybody else except for Old Man Nicholas can go ahead and max out your hit points.
Nicholas, I've been learning quite a bit from you. Would you like me to attempt to do a little bit of healing?
Like I've already bandaged myself, but I mean, do you mean magical healing?
No.
Oh, well, I've already applied the bandages. I mean, I can show you what I did.
How badly hurt are you still?
In the morning, would I get back what, 2? Is that correct, Lehman?
Sorry, could you repeat that, Mars?
A night's rest would get me 2 back. Is that correct?
Yes, because it would be your first day.
So I'm relatively injured still, but I'll be okay. I mean, I'm not the one up front taking most of the
Right.
hits.
But if I did do some medical treatment on you, would that help?
If you're doing medicine, it wouldn't, because I've already done medicine.
Okay.
I didn't know if perhaps your intuit abilities, if you had some form of healing in that manner, that would be a different story.
Unfortunately, no.
That's fine. I mean, as long as my comrades stay strong and healthy in front of me between whatever is trying to eat my face, I am good.
Bodil vows to get all the mosquitoes before they get your face.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the morning of the 29th finally arrives after probably, like 4 or 5 sessions?
It was a
Yeah.
really long day.
And you have your cart all loaded up. And you do remember there were no horses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bodil doesn't have a problem helping to pull the cart or taking a turn.
It's going to largely fall upon me.
So we'll have to take the road back. And what is the typical? We should know from the map roughly how long it would take by foot, but we're going to be going slower, right?
Right.
What
me-
if one or two of us who were maybe a little faster hurried on ahead and maybe rented a couple of mules or horses? That
Well,
might speed up our journey.
there are still possible roving bands, roving and
might be
or
ready.
raving bands of bandits out there.
And it's how many days travel normally to get back to your town?
It's normally between 2 to 2.5 days if you don't encounter things like you encountered a bunch of stuff on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably
That's
cleared
what
it
it's
out, so it's fine.
like normal, but
We'll have to take more rest and stuff.
it might take about a half more day. It's not going to be too much because I mean Bodil and Sir Emery are quite strong, and you saw it was I believe it was ogres who are a little bit smaller than them who were pulling the cart to begin with.
So then let us be off instead of running ahead and risking some of
Like
ourselves.
I will scout ahead. Maybe how far? 50 yards, 100 yards ahead of the wagon. Maybe along the edge of the road, edge of the woods. Trying to move cautiously, silently. See if I'm not going to be much use helping to pull the wagon.
Yeah.
No worries, we've got it.
Yep. Yeah, right there with you on that one.
I can pitch in. I'm not overly strong, but I'm slightly above average. Wimpy for a large person.
All right, well, we start out
Okay.
pulling the wagon.
Lehman, I'll use prowl and concealment and whatever other skills might be useful. You know,
Right. Go ahead and click me a prowl.
da, 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 da.
Okay. Okay, so let me. So everybody, go ahead and hit me that perception button.
Hey.
Ah, yes, one of my best abilities.
I see things.
Me as well.
Hear them.
I see a challenging thing.
Ooh, I rock.
Lehman, you want me to do it as well?
Yes, this is everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I keep forgetting. This is one where it's not like a skill. You actually want to roll high on.
Yeah, this is just one of those, like, it. I see it as a band-aid. It was basically somebody was like, hey, there should be a perception in Palladium systems. And Kevin Simbito was like, okay, let me make a new rule that follows no other rules I've ever made. So, wow, everybody except for Decimus.
To be honest, I'm glad it's not a percentile roll or skill that you pick up.
What? You don't want everyone starting off with the 12% in perception?
Right.
So as you start to head off, you hear a pebble roll behind you,
No, I don't.
coming from this direction. If your name does not is not Decimus.
Which direction?
Behind this.
Oh, okay.
And this was while we're still inside.
Yes, you're basically you'd loaded up and you're Sir Emery kind of and Bodil went to kind of pick up the
Traces?
handle things
Okay.
and
Boy. Hmm.
the yokes, I guess.
Yep.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I will tell Decimus that I heard when he's the only one that doesn't turn around and look that we heard a pebble.
Is there someone clowning around back there?
There is
Well-
someone, but not a clown.
I would take a look, except I'm not very perceptive today.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why I was confused. I was looking at the wrong map. You
Oh,
guys
boy.
are pinging things on the first level, and I've been staring at
Ah.
the basement view the
So-
whole time.
Oh, so you don't move when I move the player ribbon. Interesting. I'll have to
No, it doesn't bring GMs
game
along.
masters. Okay.
So is the door to that area open or closed?
Can you see through it now?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
That's open.
We
Oh, it's a
were all
dwarf.
raised in barns. We leave all the doors open.
Well,
Okay.
there's a person back there,
there
There's two
there looks like a
Couple people.
dwarf.
and we
That's
haven't,
kind
some
of
people
was-
haven't joined yet.
A dwarf was peering around those double doors there.
Is there somebody way back in the symbol?
No. Just in the next room.
No, I see what you're talking about. There's not a person.
That's Crandor. He liked to sleep there.
Oh,
Oh,
He felt more protected if he slept in the circle, maybe.
All right, little man, come on out.
Who you calling little man?
Well, you're half my size.
But I'm not a man.
I
That's
didn't
just
say
insulting.
human. I said man. It's in male or female. What, am I wrong? Are you a female dwarf?
You're looking to get pounded, aren't you?
Lehman, I will greet them in Dwarven.
Okay. So a human from behind the rest of the group says hello, Dwarven.
Hello, back, civilized person.
You know, you're talking to our rogue. He's not so civil. She's not so civilized.
She? Well, she
Oh,
spoke to me
wow.
in my own language.
Oh, you have issues
and
with
didn't call
gender,
me a
don't
man.
you?
Have an issue with what?
I've just been corrected
Gender.
for using a gender comment, so I want to make sure I'm spot on.
He is he is a wolfen. Maybe he doesn't check. He didn't check. He didn't look under our bellies.
Yeah. Should always lift me up by the feet and check. Uh-huh.
No, I prefer not to check for
I
danglies.
thought that with dwarves, you looked under the beard.
Under the what?
Are you a former inhabitant of this place?
I'm a current inhabitant.
How did you survive the beasts that were here?
Just lucky.
I mean, beasts. I mean, they kind of resemble some of the people in our party.
Yeah.
I don't know that beast is the. Okay, we're not ready for this movement yet, I guess.
Wow.
So while you talk, if you get if for some reason I am moving into the secrets with somebody, and if you go aggressive, just wait until I get back. Hopefully that won't be the case, but oh man, it's a party. So,
Yeah.
Well,
So-
most
Good move in this.
hey, Jason. Can you hear me? Are you? Oops. Hey, Jason. You should be in secrets. Okay. So were you staying behind to specifically look for or to study things? Or did you want to just stay behind? Stay behind.
Stay behind. A way to end my character, I guess.
Okay. Did you not want to play at all anymore?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm still kind of half deciding.
Okay. If you want, I can just have you tag along, and once you get back to the where the wizard tower is,
Yeah.
then you can. If you don't want to continue, you can just stay there.
Okay.
Or if you want to try something new, because that's the point where people are gonna, if they switch out, they'll switch out.
Right. And that's what I'm
Did you
thinking
need?
about doing is maybe like creating a new character and seeing how I feel about that.
Okay. So did you not want to play today then?
No, I'll still just stick around.
Okay, because by staying behind, they're going to go forward, and you would just be there.
Right.
But that would have given you, like, this character would have given Crandor enough time to scribe all that stuff in his, or what I want to say, in his books.
Yeah. I just don't think I want to continue with Crandor.
Okay. But what I guess what I'm saying is, do you wish to continue to play him tonight, or do you want me to make a new character sheet, or What do you want to do for tonight?
I guess just continue playing them.
Okay. I'll switch you back then, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Possibly have, and just like dig out of her pack the toad skeleton and the beeswax that she had pocketed, and I'm so sorry. I thought they were up for grabs.
Those probably weren't dwarven. I think those belong to Rasmul.
The changeling.
Well, I mean,
Well, dear lady, those don't appear to be dwarven. By all means, keep them.
and then like her face transforms, so she goes from like so ashamed to like this look of like astonished joy. You mean it?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Who's
And
this
then she like
behind me?
puts them back in her pack.
So
you might want to stop and let the Karnak know you're coming. So we
a
have
elf
someone walking
is
behind you.
kind
Karnak.
of scurrying up, who had been taking some last minute notes of the various circles in the throne room.
Is Jason still having voice issues?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Is
right now,
this a setting where dwarven elven animosity is a
No,
thing?
no, it's
Oh,
not a
good.
thing.
What the hell are you doing in my house?
Like
Yeah, no, it's more of just a we're from different places, not we're from different places and we hate each other.
Okay.
It's not Middle Earth.
Right.
Well, we were
Or
already
the-
going to. We were already going to try to contact the barristers when we got back to town to sort out what tithe or whatever we would get for having cleared the ancestral home of the refugees in our town. Why don't
Right.
you come along?
I think I shall. Seeing as I've
So
managed to survive in here this long,
Is there a way to lock the front door?
no problem.
No, from what I saw, they're laying on the ground.
What do you know about the secret underground passage?
This one here was busted open, and both sets of portcullises had been broken through.
Is this the way you came in?
This is the way we followed the ogres and
Invaders.
kobolds.
Yoch.
I'm sorry, I was busy here with the cart. Where did you come from, good sir?
I've been
female
here
dwarf.
all along. I've been
Interesting.
dodging beasties for some time now.
This is Sir Emery. He is the quickest on the uptick.
Yes, I can tell.
Thank you.
Francis, did you say that in Dwarvish?
If Francis was speaking in dwarf.
I just making sure the last comment wasn't
in Vale.
So Francis asked you a question about a section of the of the keep.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Something about secret tunnels, perhaps?
Behind the statue of the dwarf, going down the stairs to the mine shafts, there appears to be a secret passage going to a water source that appears to have a secret tunnel leading from it.
Oh.
Francis, didn't anyone tell you we're not supposed to inquire into secret passages? That's rude.
Especially
Actually,
of
that's
somebody
what I
who's
was
only seen
getting
this
ready
level of the
to-
map. GM, help? Or is he still
Yes,
off?
no, I'm here. I am typing.
Okay. Because I don't know what he's talking about.
Right, it is.
Actually, I was getting ready to.
Oh, we've got him out. He's an imposter.
Yeah.
Well-
Which level are
To
we
help
talking
out.
about? Is
That
it
would be the
bottom?
basement. The
Basement.
basement, yes.
Going to the basement. Just a minute.
And I sent a message to you in chat.
Did you?
So Jason, what were you trying to say?
Oh, okay.
I might have something to help us out to get through there.
Oh, Lehman,
Yes.
bottom right-hand corner. Is that the tunnel he's talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Tracking. So, and this person was speaking to me in Dwarvish. Asking the question in Dwarvish.
Yes.
If Francis was asking in Dwarvish, only those who speak Dwarvish know what he said.
Right.
Right.
And that would be me, right? Nobody
That
else?
would be you. And
Or are there
anybody
more?
else?
I do not believe I have Dwarvish.
No, I have dwarves.
So,
Grandor does.
I'll reply. A spell can be used to open the waters for a secret exit from the fort.
Ah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And did Crandor say that he might be able to help out in Vale or Dwarvish?
Whatever our common language was.
Vale. That would be Vale.
That's Vale.
Okay. So you know a way. So talking to Crandor, you know a way through the underwater place.
Oh, I don't. I'm just
Yes,
a
and that's
troopy soldier. I know that it can be done, not how it can be done.
Yes, but you're
and
Karnak,
yes,
not
and that's
Krandor.
what he provided me also is that's what I
Oh.
thought, and this kind of confirms what I thought. I can part the waters for you.
Do you know where it comes out?
Yes?
Yeah.
Hey guys, if this is about an escape
Of course
passage,
I do.
the cart won't fit through probably, so we should go out the front door.
Oh,
Yeah, the tunnel looks kind of vertical. The cart's not going through there.
true. I got fixated on maybe getting back sooner, not getting back with stuff.
Well, I like loot, and I would like to take loot with us and not leave it all behind.
I would agree.
I'm looking at the name. There we go.
Oh, it comes out at Lake Wintermist.
Okay. Well, it's good to know, but like our friend Decimus pointed out, I don't think we're getting a wagon down in there.
Not a chance.
If it was Steve Hammer, we would.
Yes. Yes, we would. He tried everything to get us to leave the wagons behind.
I'm sorry, I guess we have not been properly introduced. My name is Francis. My Ursine companion over there is Bodril. And I will proceed to introduce the rest of the party.
I'm Karnak. Pleased to meet you.
Bodil Runa's daughter, truly a pleasure, and so generous. Thank you.
Again, you're welcome, madam.
So as a quick, and for anybody who happens to watch this once it's posted, the party pretty much consists of we have Cassius, who is a kobold here.
Oh.
We have Francis, who's a human. We have old man Nicholas, who's also a human. Bodil Runus daughter, who is a bear woman person.
She's
We
wearing.
have Sir Emery Gut Tusker, a troll. Crandor, a elva, and Decimus, a Canaan wolfen.
Wow.
A very varied, very varied party.
Well, we were just about to head out, so if you'd like to join us, it is about going to be close to 3 days travel.
Good enough. I can help with the wagon.
Perhaps that underground way is how the refugees made it out and got to my town.
Perhaps they did.
Well, by any
I
rate,
can't visit.
perhaps we should be on our way.
Sounds like a plan. Let's put it into action.
Okay, so you just take that little while to get the dwarf into the group, and you take off. And the first thing that I would say, even though Bodil is one of the main people pulling the cart, she does sense and hears that it seems like when you're heading this way, there was a strange, uneery quiet that, and you're having her and I believe it was Decimus were having trouble hunting because there just didn't seem to be much game and animals around, and it seems like that has, while not back completely to normal, it does seem like you hear some birds and see some forest creatures, squirrels and rabbits and such scurrying around as if they are coming back to the area.
Like a
Well,
great,
nature's coming back to, yes, nature's coming back to itself again.
like a great evil was lifted.
Or all the
And
creatures that were eating them are gone.
I know Francis was up ahead, so Francis, go ahead and give me a perception. Okay. You're scouting, prowling up ahead, and you don't see anything yet, but you hear what sounds like an eagle cry, but it's much louder than what you would normally would have heard from an eagle or hawk. But it gives you that sound.
I will go to ground, so to speak, and concentrate a little bit more on looking for signs of movement, listening. Do I hear an eagle reply? That sort of thing.
You don't hear a reply scream, but you do hear a couple more of that same scream.
I will move back. Well, actually, see how much this costs. Am I within 160 feet of the group? Have they
That
caught
would
up?
be that would be how far did you want to be ahead of them? So,
You're
Well,
talking,
I went about 100 yards, but
probably not.
when I stopped to look and listen, they probably kept moving. I'll hurry back and I will. Something seems uneasy up ahead. I think we should be prepared.
All right.
All right.
I'm always prepared.
Any particular clues you care to give us other than there's something up ahead? What makes you think there's something up ahead?
I believe he's speaking of overthrowing the Lion King.
Uh-huh.
I heard some bird cries that I'm not exactly sure are actually birds.
Okay.
Maybe Bodriel could come with me and help scout ahead for a moment. Her knowledge of nature is much better than mine.
I mean, yeah, certainly. Sir Emery, you've got this, right?
Oh, of course.
I thought so. So Bodil will accompany Francis back to where the sound was heard and listen to the sound.
so you go forward, and you also hear what at first seems to be a eagle screech, and then it like I told Francis, it seems just louder than what you would first expect, coming from an eagle, but being a ranger and knowing this area, you understand that this is the cry of a gryphon, which is similar to a griffin without wings.
So Bodil will, identify, okay, well, that actually sounds like a grind form. And yeah, they can be vicious, I think, probably. If we're in their territory, but maybe they're a native species. I think they're a native species here, so
Yeah, they would be a native, unlike the flying, like griffins that usually will like to be up in mountains. They can't fly, so they tend to, be in lower areas.
yeah.
And you do know that them to be around, or they should be around this area, from your experience. And whereas a griffin is usually, pretty much like the size of a large cat, lion, tiger, that type of thing, uh, gryphons are actually much bigger. They are probably the size of a Clydesdale.
Oh,
All right, so I will share this knowledge with Francis and then with the rest of the group. So, it's important that everyone knows what we're dealing with potentially. Yeah.
So is it crying because we're entering its terrain?
That is a good question. Do I have any idea why the Rhythorn would be making its call? Mating season?
Let me check. I'm consolidating these skills but I'm going to use this for now. Okay. So, from your knowledge, you think that the sounds you heard sounded like a defense of cubs.
Ah, all right. Well, it's got babies, and we're or something is threatening its offspring. Maybe we're coming into its territory, and it's defending its offspring. Maybe something else is out there.
How
Really?
intelligent are these creatures?
Very similar to either dogs or horses.
No, very similar to Sir Emery.
So, do we just go on past it, or are you wanting to save it and its cubs? I don't know how this affects us.
How hungry are you?
Not very. If you haven't seen, I'm kind of spry.
So yeah, Lehman, if these things are like a possibly endangered species or something like that, I think that Bodil would want to try to rescue or save it. But if they're like common, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like as
Right.
a company, she wouldn't want to put everyone in danger just for something
They're common enough that you know about them. You've probably heard them. I'm not sure if you would have actually seen them, but you would have been told about them. I would say they would be less common than bears and things, but it's not like dragons that are super rare.
Options detected if you want.
So proceed cautiously.
we can proceed with caution and keep in mind that if we encounter this thing, it's probably simply wants to defend its young.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Lehman,
Yes.
is that? I mean, I understand where they're going with this. Do I have any kind of an opinion on this thing? Like, is it a species that we particularly like to have around, and that cry would indicate that it needs help, and I'm happy to do so?
For the dwarves in this area, the dwarves pretty much stayed in the fort, mining and then traveling to places, and you would have kept enough, or the fortress, when they would send out merchants for the mined goods, would have been, how to say, they would have been armed enough to kind of deter the Gryphons, but the dwarves appreciated that they were there because they kept kobolds and goblins and other,
Pass.
thing
Nuisance.
away.
So if this thing is in distress, then
Come
that
on.
should bother me. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
it's the dwarves did not go out of their way at all to hurt or harm the Gryphons. They just kind of would have, if attacked, they would have provided enough force to make them go away, but it was not a go and hunt them down type thing.
I'm trying to figure out if I should be going in the other direction.
If they're coming back to the area now because of all the trouble, I mean, you might want to cultivate them in the area, so it would make sense that you might want to go save them.
Righto. Off I go.
Has someone been drinking my wine?
Maybe.
So I'm just going to shout over my shoulder as I trot off. I need to go help this creature.
Well, we should at least go see what one looks like, maybe.
Yeah.
So are the cart people dropping the cart? Or are you continuing with the cart? It's not. It's not terribly far ahead.
I'm a bit concerned about leaving the cart unattended while we go off adventuring nearby. But if it's a worthy quest, I suppose we could just leave the treasure to the to chance.
Can we
Sure.
pull it? Can we pull it to the shoulder and camouflage it a little bit?
Well, the thing is one person is heading off already.
Yeah,
so-
it's going to take time to camouflage. I think we should just leave it because anybody taking off with it will be hauling it away or trying to carry things off from it. We can track them down.
Right.
So let's go.
It is quite heavy, so yeah.
So we follow, and I tell Decimus, I think we should have thrown some of those dead bodies in the cart to disguise what we were carting.
Well, we can still do that. There's some in the ravine up ahead.
So
Well,
as you get a little closer,
And-
you hear more of the screeching, and you kind of under the screeching. It was loud enough to prevent you from hearing it before, but as you get closer, you can hear kind of hisses as well.
Okay, that's a more saurian type noise, isn't it?
Yes, and
Reptilian.
then so that you know which tab to go to, it's the one called Stronghold Road.
Got it.
And this one might take a while to load because it's a really highly
There's some dead bodies up ahead.
There
detailed
we
map.
go.
Oh, we're good.
There
You,
is a
you asked for
fight
some
in
bodies to load
progress.
onto the cart, and there they are.
So yeah, you kind of start rounding the bend, and you see this very large Gryphon being attacked and attacking these kobolds, which are wearing the same insignias and their armor style, and that is very close to the ones that you've fought on the road, not the ones that were in the fort. And it does look like quite a few of them have already been slain by
Kill all
the
kobolds!
Gryphon, but
Wait a second.
So,
it does look pretty hurt.
So, Bodil, I will say that perhaps your description lacked some flair for the size of these things.
Well, she is pretty big herself, so
Sounds like a baby.
Look, it's
So-
been a while since I've seen one. It's not like yeah. But now you can see it for yourself.
so everybody can start adding themselves to the turn order. Be sure to click your token and then click initiative so you actually get up there. If you fail to do it, keep doing it until you're up there.
I think
Is,
I probably screwed something up.
Roll myself a rather standard initiative.
Layman is. I don't see.
Huh. Oh, yeah, because the last time I used this, he probably wasn't there. Can you drag him and drop him onto the...
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that's what I should do.
So let me look at why this one was a... Can you try again? Did you add to the turn order, or did you use the character sheet? James?
Who? Me? I right-clicked
Yes.
on my token and said add to turn.
Okay, so what you do is you left-click on the token, and on the character sheet, you hit the initiative button.
Oh.
and that will give you an actual number, hopefully.
Just a minute. Okay, that's that. That's not what I want. I'm left clicking and there's a gear sign.
So now open up
Okay,
your
so
character
so
sheet.
now open your character sheet
Where?
where you put in all your numbers.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
your
Oh, it's
oh,
should be in the
wait,
journal
where's the
tab.
button?
if it is okay, so on your character page, the very first tab, there's like color borders around 4 sections. On the third section that says resources and roles,
Nope.
it's here. Let me. I can open your character. Okay, so
Sorry, I'm
the
looking at something that says token settings. That might be the wrong.
yeah, that's the token sheet, not the character sheet.
Character sheet is under your journal tab.
Oh, okay. So bio and info, then character sheet.
Yep.
That one.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
So
And if you look at resources and roles and go near the bottom right above dodge, it's INIT. That's the initiative button.
I don't see resources and roles.
It's
It's
surrounded by blue.
light blue.
Light. Yep. Yep.
Got it. Yes. Initiative.
There you go.
Yep. Finally. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And everybody sees that one.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think he's set up to whisper.
Who?
You,
You.
everybody
It's
else
not
is
good.
set up.
But it's something Lehman did, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so we got all of you guys. Now let me get these guys. And then actually it was. I'm gonna try something. I can't remember if this worked or not. No, if that rolls it for everybody. 1, 2.
There is a button that does that somewhere. Been too long since I used Roll20.
Think that guys. Okay. So let me get everybody in order. And this is how we do the stances in this game. So like the kobold's up at this kobold's up here at the top. So that 19, I click on the 19 and it opens up, and only one person can do this at a time. If multiple people try doing it, then it kicks it. Like one person it determines is the main person and everybody else gets kicked out. But I'll put an H for hand to hand, and then I will put in the number of attacks, which is on the combat page.
Okay, and where are you doing this? Sorry.
On
See
the turn
now,
order.
see it at the
Oh,
turn
I
order
see.
at the
No,
top.
you're on turn order. I got it. Yep.
Okay.
Now
So
I see
now
why
it,
only one
now
at a time.
right. So
Oh
now
my.
Shep does it.
Okay.
And once Shep gets done, I just, kind of go down the list. So Bodil.
Oh, wait,
And
not R. Bo.
R. Bo.
Sorry.
You can actually put R because that's what it's going to be. The throne is
Okay.
going to be a T. So
Is like sling gonna get wrapped into range then?
yes.
Okay.
So This was another kobold. So Cassius.
Uh, yep.
Decimus. Oh, we were going to use the little token things, but
Let's use that the next round.
you'll still need to put a dash or something just so that we know what's your initiative and what's your attacks. Oh, sorry, Francis. And then Karnak.
So I just click in there,
So you click the
Add.
6.
H1.
Yep.
Comme ça?
You should,
Yep.
Okay.
You only have one in hand-to-hand attack?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
First
he's
level?
Yep.
first level. So.
Yep.
Oops. Old man Nicholas. Sir Emery. And Crandor. Okay, so it's this kobold first. So they're focused on the beast in front of them.
Mhm.
So he is going to try to attack with his bastard sword. And he is going to hit. So the kobold swings a bastard sword and gives a solid hit to the Gryphon. And then it's Shep's turn.
Shep is going to stay with me for right now.
Okay. So then what I do is I manually, as the game master, I manually count down the attack and then move to the next person.
Okay.
So Bodil, I do that so it's a
Mhm.
little more coordinated once people get their initiatives in
All
there.
right.
And the other thing, Lehman, maybe a module could be created just for the turn order to make something that's easier to do that for you.
What the one module that I'm using does is it allows me to put number of attacks into the separate than init, and it can count down.
Okay.
So
Which
it's
module is that?
Bodil's turn. The
Bodil.
combat enhance.
Right.
It
Bodil
says hit
moving,
points, but I use it for attacks.
Right.
Bodil's moving a bit closer. I
Okay.
can't remember what the movement rate is. I just moved her 3 feet. Whatever it was. Sorry. Squares melee 10. So she moved 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And she's going to try to fire at this kobold there. Let me check the distance. All right, she should be able to make it. The maximum range on her weapon is 700. So if that means what it seems to mean, then she
Yeah,
should be
if
able
it's
to make it.
within range, it's fine.
Yeah. So she's gonna try to shoot that fellow there, and now I'm going to make the roll. All right.
Okay, so that kobold is not paying attention to you at all, and you hit it pretty decently, but it does have it basically, it wasn't your firing, it just did not seem to penetrate it as well as it might have, but you still did damage to it. And then this kobold is going to go up, also try to attack. And he completely misses. He goes up and he looks very afraid, and his arms kind of shake as he feebly swings and misses. And Cassius.
Yeah, I'm just going to move forward. All right, to about there.
Okay.
And called off since, well, that's about as far as I can go, and there's nothing for me to hit right here.
Thanks. I'm glad you're not going to hit me.
Oh.
I agree.
Yes, I have no reason to hit a valued ally.
Good to know. We'll hug it out later.
And one of the kobolds up in this one right here in front of the Gryphon, it seems to hit, but does not look like it affects the Gryphon. Looks kind of like it got deflected off some of those thick feathers in the front of it. And it's the Gryphon's turn. So it's going to go against that one that just hit it.
You can see why there's so many kobold buddies lying about.
Yes, and that's because of the size die.
Okay.
So yes, this let's see what this guy has. It just rears a claw back and just tears through this kobold like the kobold is a
Paper?
sculpture made of butter, and its claws are hot knives. And then
You eat red butter, right?
What number should I be tracking in red and what number should I be tracking in
Ugh.
blue?
We do it as hit points are red and armor SDC is blue.
SDC is blue. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
So I'm listening, but I have to step away for a moment as I see you are casting a spell.
Yeah.
So, do we not use shock points?
That will be something when we transfer over. Currently, Palladium itself doesn't actually have shock points, and
No.
the first edition didn't even have SDC. Like some of the later edition games, players themselves would have SDC,
Yep.
but in this first edition, you just have hit points. But Lehman has had to change things like armor and stuff like that because otherwise everybody would rather take damage to themselves because armor was so easily damaged that
I understand.
people would try to get hit so that they didn't have to repair their armor.
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you want, huh? What do you want? Brush out?
I really hope, Chris, that it saves or doesn't notice or something.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it
What's
gets a dodge,
I know. I just really hope it's.
and then it gets a
Okay,
save if
so
it fails this dodge.
I'm back. Yeah, what Tony explained was correct. I'm in the future adding those shock points
Yep.
because I wanted those certain
when I did it. So
kind of how Aza did it yesterday, where certain things bypassed SDC. I'm going to have that bypass those shock points for certain things like death blows and death. Basically, a lot of things with death in their name.
Right.
yeah, the
And-
50 cal subsonic did a good number on them.
Right.
Right.
And then
and like their superhero one, they did things like that, or point blank shots. Half of it went to SDC, and the other half went straight to hit points.
Yep.
so
Okay.
there's lots of different things. And the way that I do armor in this, instead of it taking full SDC damage, if you have light armor, then for every 5 points of damage, you take 1 point of SDC away. And for heavy armor, it's 10 points of damage. So sometimes your armor will not be damaged. And that provides armor because it's supposed to be protecting you and keeping things from going through it. And it's made to withstand. So that's kind of a system I found that so far it's worked pretty well. I've been happy with it.
Okay. How far do I get to move? Is that my speed? I can move every.
It is if you look at we're on square, so yes, if you look at your.
It says so many squares per melee. That's
Yes.
the right number.
Yep.
Okay.
So I cast my spell, and my targeting is 13.
Okay, so there are 3 things that might get the dodge.
There are 2 things that might get the dodge: the Griffon and 1 Kobold.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the dead one. Basically, here's another rule that for maps, I've realized I needed to make. The target, the center of the spell needs to be in a square, and because characters are not perfect mathematicians with laser pointers, they cast, and if something kind of, as you see, is touching or kind of going through this kobold here and this one here, I let the player do a targeting, and if they dodge, then they're outside of it. If they don't, it's a free action. It's more of a targeting thing than actually I'm dodging out of the way.
Sure.
But they may or may not need to then make a roll versus that spell. So it's, are they in or are they out? Otherwise, you just get somebody who lines up everything perfectly and like that. And
So Lehman, if I don't want to hit the Griffon or Griffon, can I not
Yes.
add my targeting?
yeah,
Since it
I
give a
would
lower
say
number, make it easier for it to dodge.
if you wish to do that, yes, I will not force you to use your targeting. I figure
Okay,
the
then.
targeting is I'm so good I can add that. So if you're so good, you should be able to choose not to.
I choose not to hurt the animal, so we'll
Okay.
go with the 12 instead of
On my
13.
cookie.
And I do allow, because of that rule, I do allow targeting to work with magic also. I figured that was a good, a fair way to do things.
Sure.
So the Griffin's is he in or is he out? Defender wins. So
Yay!
you did it just so that he would not.
Could I
Turn and bite me.
could I offer a counter argument that he could actually subtract his targeting? like make it easier for people in the fringe by subtracting targeting instead of just choosing not to add it?
Well, normally it's the friend or foe thing. This is
Right.
a weird situation. Normally, you want your friends to roll under, so you would want to add to the targeting.
Gotcha.
So this is just one of those on the fly rulings because we have a situation.
I forgot how it worked for friends.
Yeah. So
Friends wanna roll
you
under.
do hit the kobolds. So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kobolds to roll and see how bad they are against. Are you still at a? Oh, you're saying okay. Thank you for
You're welcome.
doing that. So this one, even though he did not get out of it, he is he didn't he saved. So he's going to get whatever the lesser things are.
Chris, it might not hurt for you to click the spell too, so James can see kind of what.
I did. It's up.
Oh,
But I guess
way
I
up.
whispered. It's the GM.
Oh, it whispered it. Okay, so maybe James sees it.
Mm-hmm.
So that one.
Cloud of Steam, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
I was because it doesn't show up because he whispered it. It only showed up to you guys and him. So that's
Okay.
why I was.
Yeah, that's why Lehman set it up so I was GM so I could see really what was going on.
Okay, so these two here. Okay. One more. Okay, so these two here on this side, they both saved, and these three over here failed.
Hmm.
So the 3 is for the ones who saved, correct?
Well, I did 3 for the first one and the 3 for the second one. Or do you want me to just do all at once? Because in the past I've done each individual.
Oh, okay, right. I sorry, I did not see that first one that you rolled, so that's why I said that.
Okay.
And then the second one was the 3. And this spell is a nasty spell because it even does damage if they save.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the... actually, let me go up to read.
So it says save at 12, but somebody said save 13.
Yeah, I'm a level 3, so I get a +1 to the
Cool.
power.
Yeah, the normal save is 12, but he has a spell strength.
Sure.
So roll your d6 for how long those guys are messed
5,
up.
1, and 4.
5, 1, and 4.
Because the spell also burns their eyes.
Yep, and they are at negative. This one had a negative 10. Oh, negative 5.
Only
sorry,
one with
for
negative 10
hand
is
to
the
hand.
range attack now.
Yeah. I saw that had been updated there. So. Okay. So Francis.
Moved. I'm done.
Okay.
So, Lehman, even if they saved, didn't they still suffer the 1d3 blindness on the 2 on the side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 2 on the side have a 1 and a 3.
It's half the blindness, half the damage.
Oh, I put that on the wrong die. Oops. Okay.
Lots of moving bits sometimes.
Yes. So this one here, he just got gassed, so he will look around, see, or squint as his eyes are burning from steaming air, and will kind of stumble out to there.
That's not going to end well for him.
This spell usually does not end well for them.
Just wait until Crandor goes if he's within range.
Yeah. You stick Prander on top of that, it gets really nasty.
Mm-hmm.
This one actually does not have penalties, so I'm gonna add. We'll add, or I'll add 5 to it because everybody else is affected. So I just put the temporary bonus in everything.
Well, it's still here?
Pardon?
Yes, we're
So
still
the
here.
Griffin is going to try to dodge, and it does not dodge.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
So the non-blinded kobold just really strikes the Griffin hard. Like the Griffin backed up a little ways from the cloud of steam and kind of rammed itself into the sword instead of dodging the sword.
Right.
So then it looks like Karnak.
How do you move?
Click
You
your
just-
icon and drag it.
Yep, just like that.
Okay. 1. Well, see, when I was measuring, I was able. I'm used to Foundry now, where you can control, click on them, measure your path, and then hit spacebar, and they follow the path. Is there anything like that in this one?
There is something like that. I've seen it. I do not know how to do it.
It's not Shift. It's not Control. It's not Alt. Ooh, it's definitely not Alt. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess we'll just.
Alt will make it so that you're not in the square.
6, 7. Can you move through somebody?
Yeah.
Yes, you can move through allies.
10. You can't move diagonally.
You can.
You should be able to.
Oh, you hit
Yep.
both at the same time? Yes. Was that 11? No. Shit, where did I start?
That was 11.
I started there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Wow.
18, 19. Whack! You son of a bitch.
Wow.
This one fast dwarf.
Yeah.
So,
That's an extremely fast dwarf.
Your nickname is Rock?
stubby legs?
Very fast moving stubby legs. How do you think I hid for months in that? Very friggin' quick.
It's kind of
Alright.
like the zombie land where they like you got to get your cardio and keep yourself running.
Yeah. So, I mean, I meant to come at him from over here, but the keys
Yeah, that's
didn't
fine.
work, so I'll do
You can
that.
also just drag it around, like
Yeah,
click
I
it and
didn't
hold.
realize I could make it. So,
Okay.
now I need to hit him.
So
please.
hopefully you have a weapon that you can click the strike button.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Well, I did do a weapon. I just don't know if I did it right.
Okay.
Because I've got +4 to strike, maybe +5. Yes, +5. I should have altogether. So what happened? That doesn't look like it happened. No, it missed a plus.
It was really good though.
Oh,
It was actually really good.
Because I have the weapon proficiency gives me +1, and I have +4 for the physical prowess. So that should be +5, so it should be a 10.
Okay. So
And damage 23? I don't know. Is it? 3d8 +4 +1 for hand to hand. Yes, +2 strength. Yeah, that's right.
okay. So it is at a negative, but it's a trained combatant, so it does get a automatic parry. So it will try,
Crap.
and it doesn't. If it would not have been blinded, it would have parried. So you just
Poked it.
show how a dwarven hammer works on a kobold skull.
Excellent. That was the plan.
Excellent. Very nice.
Next.
And then this one, kobold, is going to attack the Gryphon, and
Nope.
it will try to dodge.
Oh, that doesn't hit feathers?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Oh, wait, yes, it does.
might as
Sorry,
well.
I had I don't know. I was looking at the damage for the attack roll for some reason.
Mhm.
So yes,
Got a
it
natural
hits
armor or
feathers,
something. Yeah.
and then Sir's Emery.
all right. Can I do a double move if I'm not attacking?
Whatever your move is, that's what you can do this whole round.
Got it. Okay. In that case, we'll do the pity. And yep. And slap a shield on.
Okay.
Thinking that's what I meant to say about half an hour ago, and I forgot.
So do you have any move left there, Karnak?
Me?
Karnak, yeah.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Well, you're first level though, right? You only have
Yeah.
one action.
Yes.
In this Palladium system, if you are like you have 2 attacks, you can move, attack, and then use what's left of your movement. So if you could have moved 22 and you move 20, you could still move 2 more next round or
Gotcha.
next half of the round.
Thanks very much. Yep.
Okay, so this one here is another Burning Eyes, and that is a miss also because of feathers. And then Crandor.
Crandor.
What does
Mr.
the M
Samhand.
stand for?
Magic or mystic.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Lehman, I got
I
skipped.
moved.
Oh, did you?
I'm done.
Yeah, you got the Crandor. I was like, I knew I was low on initiative, but I can't be lower than 1.
Oh, I see, huh?
Wait, where are you?
So he
6.
was right after the dwarf. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go. I must have hit that button twice because I didn't take your
Right. Mostly I'm
attacks
just
away.
moving anyway, so that's fine.
Well, you have the opportunity to talk to your dog now too.
Right. He will end up healing with me. But right now, that's my full movement.
Okay.
Oh, wait. What's the range? Oh, I can hit him. I will sling at the one in the corner.
Okay. My grid house rules, because there are no actually official rules, is you can move through allies and shoot through allies, but you cannot move through or shoot through enemies.
Sorry, what was that last word?
Enemies, you
Oh,
cannot
gotcha.
shoot
Thanks.
or move through enemies, but you
Nope.
can through allies. I figure they've been working as a
Yep.
somewhat of a team, so you kind of
I
get
think
used to things.
there are a
It
number
just
of other
makes it
systems
easy.
work the same way.
So, yeah, that guy just does not see that coming, and you sling, and it just burrows into the back of the kobold, and the kobold drops.
Bravo.
So that was a natural 20. Okay, so this kobold here. That one will. So the griffin's gonna try to dodge.
Nope.
And he does not dodge. So the griffin falls, or the gryphon falls.
Can I tell you how much I'm not looking forward to healing a wild animal and having it bite my head off?
It's
Shep's
got
turn.
It's got babies around too.
Shep moves up to guard me. It will take me a little while to get over there. I am an old man.
Bodil.
Right. She's right. Still going to try to shoot. Oops, that's the measurement tool. This snowball right there, because well, that's probably not a successful. But that's okay.
That it was against this one here, you said, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so on that you actually hit its armor and you do 2 points of damage to its armor.
All right. We won't be using its armor for much longer anyway. Somebody will get it.
Oh, I understand what you were saying now. You do it at a 5-to-1 for his armor.
Right. If he would
Instead
have
of
been
1.
wearing. Yep.
The
And if it
rules
would have
say
been
1.
heavy, it would have been 10-1, so it would have only did 1 point of damage.
Okay, that's a much more reasonable.
Yes,
Answer.
otherwise it makes armor. If you don't do that and you just do full, it just makes armor.
The first time I did it, I basically multiplied all the armor SDC by 10, but that just seemed to be a lot of figuring out more stuff because certain things you can add SDC to it. So I figured this way seems to work a lot faster and quicker, and I like the results so far.
Good.
Okay, so this guy, he is going to stumble forward out of that, but he's not understanding what's really happening after he got his eyes messed up.
Tripping and climbing over a griffin.
Cassius, you had moved your farthest, right?
Yeah, I'd moved my full. So yeah.
And then that one is no longer around, so I get rid of him. Gryphon's out. Decimus. Francis.
Okay. Double check this. Within range, I am going to try a mental bolt of force.
Okay.
So +4 to the hit.
Can you do that in hand to hand?
Yes, he can. Psychic abilities, you can do one. You can trade one action from a different stance.
Ah,
Okay.
It's a special psychic thing. Now, if you wanted to do more, you would have to be the Mind Mage and actually get the Mind Mage Mystic Combat to do up to 2.
So when you declare a stance, you're in that stance for that melee round?
For that whole round, yes.
Oh. Okay.
And
Of course, because different stances have different numbers of actions, so you can't be switching back and forth.
Right.
And they
Makes
have
sense.
weaknesses too. Like if you're in the bow stance and somebody closes with you, you suddenly lose all your attacks.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
we had a
mentioned-
discussion on that earlier.
Why do you think I move so darn fast?
Yeah.
And don't have anything that I can throw.
you should have
So,
something you could throw.
Pardon?
Should have something you could throw.
Okay, I could throw my warhammer, sure.
Well, there's
Francis.
3 cobalt
Yep.
javelins right in front of you.
do
Yep.
you have a description to press, or have you not had time to?
I have just typed it in.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think all the things
Sure.
I've thrown in this game, I've picked up off of dead cobalt.
Okay, so huh. So go ahead and give me a targeting or a D20 roll. Add the 4, and then if you have targeting, you would be able to add that as well.
I
I'm not
don't have
sure.
target. So am I doing this to you in whisper or what?
You can do it whisper, and then after this time, you can set up a ranged or magical attack button.
Okay.
It's not that big of a deal if you whisper or not.
So what am I rolling to attack?
Just a D20 plus 4. No, you do a /GR 1D20
Oh,
plus
DR.
4.
Right.
Okay, so and that was, you said, against this one or this
One
one?
on the Griffon.
That one right there.
Okay, so yeah, it's not seeing that bolt. Its eyes are watery, and then you can roll your damage for it.
Is that a visible thing?
I don't think so.
Damage is
You can dodge it, so I'm assuming a white bolt of force like leaps out of Francis's forehead and shoots 2d6.
Yeah.
2d6. Okay.
Yes. Same. Tried to help you there.
Yeah.
And it hits the kobold. The kobold kind of shakes its head, not understanding what happened. And that one can be taken out. This one, though, it actually sees what's going on. It gets up to there. And then it looks like we're at Old Man Nicholas.
So I can't move anymore. I gotta see if my line has been blocked. No, I'll let that one for the melee guys. I'll throw at the one that's standing on the Gryphon.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Another on target just didn't do.
Slightly off. Slightly off. Just I didn't thread the needle.
Wait, did
But
you
it
just
was-
hit me in the back of the head?
No, I threaded right between you two.
Oh, okay.
God, I wouldn't be throwing if this was Earth Dawn rules and I had to add one for everybody between me and my target.
There. Because it's partially blind and all it sees is this huge mound of feathers still in front of it. And it actually does not penetrate the feathers of the downed Gryphon. And Sir Emery.
I don't get to move an extra 50, do I?
No. So
Nope, I'm done.
you there, you're there.
Yep, like all I can do is draw his sword now, I think.
We really got to get our melee to start carrying like a couple of jabs.
So that's this one. Kind of move up there.
It's
He's
dead.
down.
Oh, he's dead. You're right.
He's dead.
Yes.
I'm moving dead
How much
people. That's why
goddamn
he's
dead
still
are
had.
coming?
Get rid of him.
Zombies!
Okay, so that one will stumble. And then we have this one.
So is the stumbler in or out of the cloud since it's halfway?
It stumbles around half. You had did a 12, right?
Yes.
So it's still in the cloud. It didn't quite
Sweet.
get to the edge because of the steam burning its eyes. Old man Nicholas.
And the slingstone.
Is that the
Going for the same one I hit before was that one.
you gave it another thwack. It's kind of stumbling around pretty much like the ones with steam without having and having steam. So it's and then let's see what this one is. This one's that. Okay, so we are at the end of the round. So if you have any,
Do we roll the
I guess
game?
we do it on Bauer's turn. I need to come up with an actual rule like Tony does in Earth Dawn of when spell effects tick down. So we'll just do it on Bauer's turn right now. But I'll probably, once I start messing with magic, I'll solidify when that happens. But yes, everybody, click on your token and then hit the initial.
No. Weak. No.
James, did you add the H1 already?
I did.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was doing things in order. Okay, so Francis, go ahead and set yourself up.
Yep.
H for hand to hand
Yeah, H
or range.
unless you're doing.
Yeah, M's difficult because it could be melee, missile, or magic. Cassius?
Yeah.
Kind of feel bad for that one.
Okay.
Old Man Nicholas, and then Shep.
Is Shep a dog?
Yep,
Yeah.
Shep is a English sheepdog.
Looks like it. Okay.
Old Man Nicholas was a shepherd before his flock was killed and he became an adventurer.
Yeah, all these damn orcs and stuff took all my sheep.
Sir Emery.
All done.
Decimus. Crandor. Oops, and Crandor. You doubled last round.
I'm beginning to think Crandor wants to stay back, so he's been altering his numbers. Roll 1d1.
So
Roll 1d1.
yeah, roll 1d1. Set your initiative up to -19 or. Francis, you are first.
Yep. Done.
Okay. Bodil.
Right. There's this one that seems to be approaching us. It should get shot. So I'm gonna give that a try. Nope. That is not probably going to do it.
It will try to dodge because it cannot parry
Oh, you
arrows.
don't need to beat 8 in this version.
And the 8 was one of those rules that was tacked on about like 3 or 4 game systems into Palladium's because they're like, hey, shouldn't it be harder to hit somebody from far away? So I haven't dealt with that. I actually completely forgot about it until Asa brought it up, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's that rule.
Right. That's the only rule I've known because I've only played BTS. So.
Right. But it had to spend an action. It will try to dodge. This one I'm going to, since this was the one that wasn't affected, it gets a 5. So it still got hit.
Ah.
Oh, that's hilarious. So you didn't knock it down, but you gave it a good solid arrow to the chest.
Excellent.
And then its turn. Huh.
Is Dodd lose its next action or just a action?
A action.
Okay.
So it is going to be stupid. And
Oh
the
boy.
troll. There's a good idea.
yeah,
Nice.
it just took down a Gryphon, so it's feeling
Overconfident.
confident.
Well,
So no one, since all the rolls just come to us, I'm having to add 5 to it because I just use one character sheet and I have it all adjusted
Yep.
for the ones who are being blinded. So that's what's happening. Ooh.
Mother.
critical hit, isn't it? As it always is.
It sounds like
Jeez.
Sir Emery is having an average day.
Yep, it's a pretty typical day for Sir Emery.
Sir Emery
Oh.
is a pain magnet.
Yeah. Oh wait. If he's getting taken down by a critical hit, that means it's my turn next.
Now remember, we're doing the if you still beat its roll, it it only does normal damage, not double
Yep,
damage.
here comes the parry. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. I got probably halfway there.
Oh.
So this confident kobold
Has a reason
Here's
to be.
He's got reason to be confident.
just.
Since the parry. Oh, can I dodge as well?
Yes.
Oh yes, if you want to use one of your attacks to dodge, you can try to dodge.
Sure. Let's go ahead and hope for a 20. Nope. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take that hit. And
And-
yeah, go all the way down.
He just like hamstring, like runs right between your legs and stabs upward,
Oh.
Oh,
which would be the second Palladium game that this happened to Bob.
Yep.
And
But he's
Lehman,
not
that's
dead.
not hamstringing, that's gelding.
Yeah, I changed my description halfway through it. So
Okay.
we'll
Figures.
Oh well.
Are you still conscious, Bob? Or is the
Uh,
red
no.
dot? Okay.
No, he's not.
yeah, I put the red dot, but I meant to put that. Well, I guess I meant here.
Oh, he's not dead, is he?
No, he's not dead.
Oh, where's the? I'm like forgetting what I normally do.
There we go.
He's just also not healthy.
Just bleeding out. That's all. Ah.
So that one's gonna stumble up there, blindly swinging around. And Cassius.
All right. Okay, I'm going to charge in and take a nice big swing with my bastard sword at that guy.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
we will try the automatic parry. Need to add 5 to it, and you hit. It tried. It failed. It was overconfident, so it's not going to dodge. And therefore,
He's only
is-
fighting a kobold, and I mean, it's
yeah.
All right.
Well, he is a kobold. He should be terrified of being hit by a kobold. They take
Yeah.
down Gryphons and trolls.
Yeah. All right. And I still have
Okay.
movement left.
So this one down here, it's close enough that it sees you,
Oh, goody.
but it does have the -5. So it swings, and you can either get an automatic parry if you want, or if you have armor and you want to let it hit the armor, you can do that as well.
I can just take that on the armor or try.
Well, if you have an
Hang
auto
on.
parry, it doesn't
Automatic
cost you
parry. I would need a shield in my hand, right?
You can parry with a weapon.
Oh, good. I'll try that.
So by that same weapon, the second button is a parry.
How did that work out?
That
Oh, yeah.
parried.
That parried. Excellent. Does that doesn't cost me my action, does it?
No, it does not. So
Oh,
you
back at you.
can.
I don't think I need to do anything except click on the strike button, right?
Correct.
Oh dear. So sorry.
Yeah, and
Parry that.
it with the negative cannot parry that unless it rolls a natural 20. So
And even then. Ooh.
no,
There's
no,
one.
no, no.
Kobold go splat.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yes, you just whack-a-mole that kobold as well. Shep.
Oh, you skipped me again.
Why
I
does that happen?
And I got switched to an H.
Yeah. So you were at ranged, right?
Range 3, yes.
Oh, okay. Which one are you?
I moved forward first, and then I'm going to throw at the one that I've been throwing at.
Okay.
Your initiative was actually 9 when you started, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 9. It's like I got changed to you somehow.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it mimicked exactly my stats.
Interesting.
Yeah, Shep was one behind me.
Yeah.
So, old man Nicholas is a dwarven wannabe.
Apparently. He is point on with the sling today, though.
Yeah, and you drop that one.
Nice.
And Shep.
Shep will move up to guard over here.
Sir Emery's not around. Conscious, I guess.
Oh, he's around.
That he's just gonna stumble. They kind of stumble forward until they get
He's not blind
close
anymore.
to something.
He's not blind anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he only had it for 1 round, so he's good. Well, as good as he gets.
So he still kind of stumbles as he gets his vision clear, and then he sees that all of his allies are no longer there. So he kind of halts a little, and then it's Decimus's turn.
Javelin through the throat.
Only a 10. Oh, wait. Only an 8.
Did you say javelin or dagger?
I threw a dagger.
Okay.
Through a dagger.
I usually throw a javelin, but I thought I'd try a dagger because they do more damage.
Yeah, he said he was setting up to throw, and I was so used to him throwing javelins.
Well, javelins,
Yeah.
I actually got to use like a bow, evidently, but a dagger I throw with the T instead of an R.
Gotcha.
So it will attempt to dodge. Use up an action, and nope. And you give it a very good, solid thwack to the chest. And it staggers a little bit more. And then Crandor.
I stay there.
You, if he would have went first, They do an overlapping of the Cloud of Steam plus Cloud of Sleep spells.
Okay.
And unlike D&D, you don't wake up if you're in the cloud and you fail until
Okay.
you're either dragged out or the
Or
spell
boiled.
goes away.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was something they found out in the very first adventure, and I found out in the very first adventure that it was very
It's a very nifty combo.
Effective.
yes, devastating.
We would broil our enemies every day.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cloud of Sleep lasts, so then if the steam goes away and people have to wait at the edge of the cloud to get the bad guy in there, or they might fall asleep as well.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to just throw rocks at them.
So, Francis, this is the one left.
See,
I'm gonna move to there. I'm done.
Okay, and then Bodil.
What is Francis's claim to fame?
Being, or at least was, very fragile. Very fragile.
Yep.
Yours was the crouching figure.
Yeah, Francis can't really take a hit.
No?
Of course, as we've seen, no one in this group can really take a hit.
Not even the troll.
Yeah, but what hit the troll would have killed Francis and her ancestors.
Like 3 generations in the past.
Yep.
So, Bodil.
Jenny?
Oh, sorry, she's away.
There's one left. I'm assuming she would take a shot at it.
Yeah, probably.
If not, I have enough movement left. I think I can reach it.
Light crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Return to shoot.
Man.
And it actually does not have any attacks left to dodge. But the armor hits it. I think I might have messed up at one point, but you do a point of damage to the armor.
All right.
And
Are you
then
on?
Cassius.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
that
charge
goes
up and
over
swing it
armor. It can do an automatic parry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, and it parried. It just, you thought you had it. You really thought you had it. And it
Oh.
decided that you were incorrect.
It's just running on pure desperation at this point.
And then old man Nicholas.
I reach down and heal
Sir Emery. Okay,
Let's
so
do
we
the
are
hammer.
trying the your level plus Sir Emery's level plus Sir Emery's physical endurance divided by 5 is what I'm going to try this time. So, what is your physical endurance? Or I can look, I guess, or you can whisper, or however, I don't.
Ouch.
However, I can see this. Oh, let me look. Okay, I got it. And then that's that.
PE divided by 5 is 3.
What?
My PE divided by 5 is 3.
Oh, but I've got to be online with MCC.
Wow.
So you return to the living.
Oh, good.
You still look a little
Oh.
flushed there, sir. There you go. It was marvelous. I saw you crush that man with your weight.
Shep.
He is just going to me.
And then it would be Old Man Nicholas again.
So the only thing between me is friends. I'll go ahead and throw. Since it's like every other round for the healing. Oh. I'm tired from healing.
You drop it.
Touching trolls really takes it out of you, huh?
Oh boy.
Though even subpar, I still come through.
And then we will go out of combat. So these we're getting close to 9 wrap up time anyway. All of these kobolds just had bastard swords. They didn't even have their normal javelins. That's why they all ran forward to attack. They, as I said at the beginning, they are wearing the same style with the similar insignias and stuff from the kobolds that you had earlier fought on your way here, but not the ones that were actually inside of the fort. There's like 2 different kobold groups going around.
Okay, they're down.
They are down, yes.
So
Any coinage?
good.
Uh,
Anyway,
coinage,
good
no.
healer, could you come over here and heal this poor creature?
So that is a thing I could potentially do.
Ugh.
My worries are, it is a savage creature that I watch rend one of these things in half in a single swing.
Well, maybe Bodil can talk to it, empathize with it or whatever.
Do you do that, Odile?
I'm not really that kind of ranger.
I was gonna
Maybe we could put it to sleep. Grandor.
I could trap it. I could skin it now that it's down, but I'm really not
Grandor, could you put it to sleep?
that kind. That would defeat the purpose.
Could you have a cloud of slumber over the head of the Gryphon so that if I heal it, maybe it doesn't turn around and bite my head off?
Are you there, Grandor? Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked why, and I explained it to him.
Oh, okay.
Lehman, can you move this one? My token's underneath of it.
Which one do you want to move?
Underneath, thank you.
Okay.
Thing is, if he saves, you won't know until it's too late.
I know.
Well, I can hold it.
Okay.
I'll assist Old Man Nicholas.
Okay.
I'm
casting a spell.
I'm calling upon the powers of Jas to heal it.
So is Cran? I won't make you pull off the template. You can. It's big enough that you can position it if you wish to do that. Crandor.
Yeah.
Position it over its head. Everybody else kind of hold its talons, and then I will call upon the power of Jas to heal it.
I don't think I want to hold the talon unless it's cut off.
Volunteer to do so can hold talons. Just don't let it eat me. That's all I ask. Just don't let it eat me.
Hey, before you wake it up, let me pull a feather.
Sure.
Let you do what?
He's gonna pull out a single feather.
There's probably some feathers on the ground.
Oh, there's probably feathers everywhere.
More than one. So.
Okay.
So
yeah,
if
I heal it when everybody says go, I heal it and I get ready to get eaten. But there's other tastier things in front of it, so maybe it'll eat them.
Yeah, there's a tasty dwarf right in front of it. But as soon as it starts to heal, I'm letting go and backing up. Well, sorry, as soon as the healers have backed up.
Okay, thank you for the correction.
Otherwise, it's like Lucy pulling the football.
Like,
Yeah.
psych!
So you do your thing,
Well,
So
and
Old
then I'll
Man
let
Nicholas,
go.
I'll be a few steps behind you. So once you leave, head this way, and I'll block if necessary.
Yeah.
Shep's
okay,
also
so
at my
let's.
side.
I think I'm quick enough that I can get out of range.
It
yeah.
does not wake
I'm-
up. So Crandor casts the cloud. Old Man Nicholas heals, and it does not stir. So you are able to
Does it look
disengage.
Does it look like it
Breathing.
healed enough, or that can I tell if it's asleep because of the cloud or because it's still unconscious? Would that be a medicine roll?
It instead of like gasping breaths as it's unconscious, it's more of a steady breathing.
Okay. So I will heal it one more time, and then we can clear out so that it's got a little bit of extra buffer.
Okay.
This thing's really sturdy.
Yeah. But then I say, okay, I'm running towards the ragging guy. One more and I'm out.
So you all kind of head quickly or slowly, however you can, get to the wagon. You get to the wagon. The cloud of slumber duration goes away, and the Gryphon kind of starts to stir, gets to its feet, shakes its feathers, looks around at all the dead kobolds, kind of picks up one and
Lunch.
charges. Where we go? Where's the
Away from the wagon.
charges that way?
Charges right at the wagon.
It's got young ones to feed.
Yeah.
Right on.
So
We roll out.
yes, good. You get back in your wagon pulling formation and start heading back. And I will
like
go
Anthony
ahead.
and take the kobolds out of the path, kind of like you did with the tire.
Okay.
On your day of fun.
I will go ahead and stop the recording to everybody. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far.
I
Thanks
guess
for
I'll
inviting
grab
me.
a couple